Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently working on expanding our Mediterranean coastline here. And we have an empty counselor position here. We definitely need to put in a spy master. That will be this lady. Perfect. We could hold court and do a whole bunch of other things, but that's not necessary. Okay, let's zoom in over here and see there's nothing to be done here. I want to double check over this way. We couldn't hand out this one. It was not, like, this is an exception county that we can't hand out. Okay. And we should still be truced to the Byzantines. Yes, that's fine. Georgia. That's somewhat intriguing. Only Bakhmut we would have to hand out up here. Everything else here is legal for us to hold. What about over here? We can hold this coastline. It's only 4 provinces. Everything else here we can't go after. Fascinating. But we could go after Crimea here. It's an interesting option, for sure. We should be truce to these guys. As far as this goes, that's 2 counties. Is that a duchy? It is, actually. We may want to grab this quick. And then as far as this guy goes, this is just a single county that we're allowed to have here, so that is this one. Cool. So these 3 counties would be our war goal. Beautiful. So we're going to raise up our troops right here. Do we need more than our men-at-arms here? Maybe a few. We're going to raise up our men-at-arms and a few levy troops here. I'm going to go to like 8,000, something like that. What do we got going on here? Independence. Well, isn't that just rude? We can deal with this guy, maybe. Not really. Yeah, not really. Some of these we could grant away, though. Like, we could do something like that. Did that pull anyone out of this faction? I don't think it did. But we could grant some of these counts away. Or we could fight these guys. That's the other option. And I think that's the option we're ultimately going to take here. So we can see they have about an 8k stack there. Okay. This is plenty. So we're going to get our men-at-arms here. There we go. And we will split off our siege force here. Wait, we have 2 mangonels and an onager? There's something wrong here. We'll deal with that after this war, assuming we don't immediately get into that rebellion. But we need to have all top-level siege weapons. We don't right now. That's a problem. These guys are going to make their way up over here. We're minting new coinage. Okay, cool. Actually, let's embark here. And we'll do something like this. That faction actually went away, which is interesting. I didn't expect it to. Okay, so we're going to fight these guys. No problem. We won this siege down here, getting us ticking war score. And we're going to head down to here for the time being. Get ourselves a little bit more war score and then head up here. Cool. So we win that battle. We're going to come up and fight these guys next. And that should give us war score there. These guys are retreating back this way. I don't love this. Are they going to retreat directly to where we are? No, they're not. Okay, we're going to head up over this way. And we're going to fight this force here. They're retreating to here, I bet. Yeah. So I don't think we can stay here. I think we have to head up to this location. We win this battle, of course, and we stack wipe that. Then we're going to head southward in hopes of protecting our siege force. Cool. This looks fine. So we finish up this siege, no problem. We're going to come in over here. Sure, show in the Countess. Beautiful. Okay. They should abandon their siege here. But they didn't. Okay. Well, this is going to end one war. That's for sure. Okay, this war is over. We enforce those demands. We need to grant off... Oh, that's a Grandmaster? An Ashari Grandmaster. We definitely revoke that lease. That's for sure. We grant that out to a noble of the Norse culture, and then we grant that also to a noble of the Norse culture. Cool. Now we're going to head up over this way. We're at 81% war score in this war. So finishing up this siege should end this war, I think. Yes, it should. Now we do have a dangerous faction brewing here, but we're going to have time to deal with that. No problem. We'll fight them. Absolutely. So we take over this castle. Fantastic. And enforce those demands. There we go. That war is now over, and we will grant these out to a noble of the Norse culture and a noble of the Norse culture. There we go. Okay, so there's a nice expansion of our coastline there, making this nice and contiguous. Okay, next we are, of course, going to have to deal with these independence rebels. That shouldn't be a big problem. But before we do that, we've got onagers here. Let's see here. Yeah, we need to get rid of these onagers. Mangonels are the next level up, I believe. Yes. So we'll put those in, and we will bump that up to size 8. And we'll let that begin to regenerate over the next couple of months while we wait for these guys to fire. We're not going to get involved in another war while that's brewing up. We can modify a few contracts as well, and we will definitely do so. Done. Cool. So we'll get a few more troops out of that. Not a ton, but a few. We're getting 8 mangonels per month. Okay, this ransom is acceptable. And where's your faction leader at? Down here. I'm assuming many members of this faction are in Egypt. But we'll let them fire before we raise here. So I want to take a look at what that actually ends up looking like. I also want to see what our succession is looking like. Yikes. Yikes is the answer there. Okay. So, we're going to have to work our way through this. Our current heir is 11. We are 29. Okay. We're going to dismiss our concubines. We do not require additional children. I can tell you that right now. We're going to start working through here and disinheriting many of these. And we need to do it now, just in case we get murdered, which is a decent chance, actually. Okay. It's expensive, no doubt about that, but necessary. Cool. So when are these guys going to fire? Any moment now is the answer. They can send their ultimatum at any time. So maybe soon, maybe not soon. I've seen them go years before they send this ultimatum before, but that's a little rare. They usually send it pretty quick. We do have a perk here, and we'll take Care Geld, just to boost up our income a wee bit. There it is. Okay, we will not be threatened. Not too bad. Okay. We will raise up our troops up here in, like, Alexandria or so. Or, like, up here. We'll raise all of our troops here. Not necessarily all of them, but we'll raise a significant chunk of our troops here. And we'll get a new steward. That will be this guy. Fantastic. Okay. We're going to need to get ticking war score as soon as we can. These guys are all grouping together over here, which is fully expected. We outlived our rival. Cool. Men-at-arms will arrive now. So we're going to stop gathering, and we will split off a siege force of mangonels and levies, about 5k strong. And they will get a siege commander, assuming we have one. We do. He will go down to Fiume, and then these guys are going to come over here and give battle. Fantastic. We get Fiume and ticking war scores on our side, just like that. Okay, so over we head. They are not liking the look of this battle. As well they shouldn't. And this siege is going super fast. Cool. Ticking war score is now officially on our side, and we win this big battle, getting ourselves only 8% battle war score there. A little sad, but it'll do. Now then. I don't exactly know where all these guys are retreating to. We're going to stick pretty close to our siege force here, because our siege force is how we're going to end up winning this. Now this is interesting. I'm not sure why they've decided to fight us here. But they were stack wiped, and now we don't even have to go in there. Cool. We finish up this siege, and we're going to make our way down. We're just going to keep going down the Nile. Cool. Dedications are overrated anyway. Okay. So for now, if they're just going to sit here, I like it. I'm completely okay with that. We do have an inspiration project going on. That's okay. Cool. So we're going to head down to this barony next. And that puts us at 59% war score. Fantastic. Of course she'll be there. After we get this siege done, then we can move in to here without taking attrition. That'll be beautiful. We'll do so as soon as we can, which is an old ledger. Okay, right now, in we go. These guys will hit this capital. And between these two actions, this war should be over. Maybe improved. These odds are pretty low. Okay. To the Great Hall! We'll give it a go. Higher quality, higher quality. You're just having a look. We're not getting... Actually, we could get rid of the Flitnefer house banner. There we go. That's fine. So we're fighting these guys. They're trickling in reinforcements, which is okay. We're still going to win this. This battle may end the war. If it doesn't, this siege definitely will. Yeah, we're at 99%. Ticking war score will likely win it before we finish this siege. There we go. So the Independence War fails, and we will disband our troops from there. Cool. So all of those guys are now imprisoned. That's wonderful. Let's check in on our truce with the Byzantines. Yeah, we are still truced there. I wouldn't mind finding a good attack over here. Honestly, this wouldn't be bad. That would get us the coastal provinces that we're looking for other than this one. So that seems okay. Now, we don't have the piety for this right now. So we are going to, in that case, we can't go on a pilgrimage for another number of years. We're just going to call a hunt here, and we'll get ourselves our piety, hopefully, soon enough. We have a few suggestions. Our ideas worked well. Cool. We can vassalize this countess. Now, she is not a coastal countess, but this is a diplomatic vassalization, so that's acceptable. We're only not allowed to go after that militarily. So that's cool. We will absolutely do that. What else can we do? Realm will lose land when some vassals die. Okay. Well, there's this over here. Actually, we can now go for this title. This is all de jure, isn't it? Yes. We can actually clean all of this up legally because this is all de jure. So that's fantastic. Consider that done. We're going to go clean that up. No problem there. We might want to go after Turov as well. We would have to grant out this county. But that would get us some progress there. So that is a possibility. We have a lot of coast that we can still conquer. And that's the goal here. We will conquer a lot of coast. Basically, all of the coast. We will conquer all of the coast. Hopefully. So, for the time being, of course, we will raise up our troops over here. We don't expect this to be a particularly challenging set of wars. Yeah. We're going to raise a few levy troops, but we don't need many, in all honesty. We're now above our vassal limit. Can we grant any out de jure? Yes, we can. Done. Okay, so we're going to raise about 5k here. Oh, this is 17k. That's way more than I wanted. Sure. This will be fine. We're going to go in over here and eliminate this incredibly quickly. Accept your generous gifts. There we go. Cool. So we'll head up over this way next. I'm actually shocked that this was only 37% war score. What else does he have? Ah, okay. He's got some stuff out over here. Well, for the time being, I'm not concerned about that. We will fight his army here, because they're going to come in here soon. Yeah. We'll fight his army here. Ooh, a magnificent tapestry. Okay, we should definitely hang that on the wall since our previous ornament was destroyed. So we will hang up the... Well, we've got the Holy Banner of Muhammad here. Now, we don't fulfill the requirements. We're not Muslim. So hanging that up is not really a thing. We do have the Carling Tapestry, which we can hang up. We've got a lot of very fancy things here, actually. Okay, this war banner we can probably replace with the magnificent tapestry that we just got. Cool. There we go. So we finish up that siege. We're going to walk in here and fight these guys. They don't stand a chance. In fact, they're going to get stack wiped. That puts us at 77% on that war. We'll siege this down, and this should end this war. No problem at all. Yeah, I mean, they're going to cap a little bit here, but that's fine. Who are these guys? Okay, we'll fight them too. That's fine. In fact, we're at 100% for both wars. That's hilarious. Wait, we captured their leader and the heir of the other war? From this siege. Hilarious. Okay, we'll enforce those demands. And that released this heir. Oof, I should have done that in the opposite order. Okay, well, we'll just finish that up. That puts us at 95%. And we can just chill here, honestly, until ticking war score ends it. So that's okay. No big deal there. It'll take us longer to embark and get over here than it will to end, and I don't want to pay for that, so we may as well just stay here, in all honesty. Cool. 98%. 99. And 100. We'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. Cool. So at this point, that's all put back together. And we could go after, like, significant bits of Estonia here. All of this up this way would be legal. This down here, this here. Unfortunately, these would not be legal despite this being on a lake. We cannot get to that lake. So that's unfortunate. For the time being, I kind of want to continue to focus on the Mediterranean, which would, of course, mean declaring for this duchy here. We'll go ahead and declare that. And we will raise up our men-at-arms here, as well as our levy troops. Cool. Of course she'll be there. We have sufficient levy troops at this point. And our men-at-arms will join. Oh, they have 10k? They have 10k. Sure. We're going to raise up a few extra then. How many extra? Well, about... Well, that's more than enough. Okay. That's definitely more than enough. We're going to split off our mangonels, as well as a few units of levy. These guys will, of course, come out here and siege with a siege commander. This guy will do. And then we will move out towards their capital. We'll take attrition, but I want to catch this force here if we can. Hang on, they're coming back this way. What exactly is their plan? Ah, they're going to attack Mallorca. That's fine. We will head up there. And then we'll go siege their capital, which happens to be one of the war goal points, which is very convenient. So we'll fight these guys here on Mallorca. This is not going to go well for them. That stack wipes. And then we can head over here and stack wipe this as well. They would have been better off to fight both of them, and then they probably could have retreated. But as it is, we're going to stack wipe both of their armies. Because they got greedy there. Okay, they didn't stack wipe. Are they going to embark here? No. This will definitely stack wipe. Done. We're 92% war score, and we will just come on over. Fantastic. We didn't expect this to be a particularly challenging war, of course. Oh, Maghreb is in this? Interesting. We don't get anything from them, sadly, but it is what it is. So we wrap up this. This will end the war, for sure. Done. We'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. These will, of course, need to be granted out, and we will go after these guys again after our truce is over for Benjaya. Cool. But that gives us just that little bit more of the Mediterranean coast. And with that, it is about time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we will continue to expand our coastal holdings. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, Sigma162, JJ Gamer, Ken2In, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Kadra, Raw Potato, Elmichi Nazi, Justin Everett, Emiliano Cambron, Martin Lawrence, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.